going on Facebook? Two Man with an Opinion, man. We back at y'all again.
Why do you keep that?
Cause it's not that cold in here like it was last time. That's why, and I'm happy. We wasn't even a minute in the show, man. God, hey man, we appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Two Man with an Opinion. We back at y'all on this nice Friday. On this nice Friday, man, with a nice one for y'all tonight, man. Big boy,
yes,
King. Before we even get into all that, man, we can't never forget to shout out our boy, man, old young Rayford, for getting us right.
Yeah.
Gotta shout out my
Ray Beats.
My cousin, Portia.
You forgot her name?
I
what you on this for?
I stuttered. I gotta shout out Portia, man, for the we got merch now.
Yeah, I forgot we merch.
Yeah, we merching now.
And I need to shout out Miss Denitra because she looked out on
the design. Yeah, man. So we got to shout out.
She the one put the whole creativity.
Yeah.
Gumbo together.
Yeah,
see, this is a family.
Yeah.
We all family.
Facts.
That's how you do it. So you gotta put your hands like family. Yeah. That's how you gotta do it.
I don't think we gonna do all that. Gang signs, I understand the thought process with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, we gotta shout out our people, man, because if they don't do what they do, man, y'all don't see what y'all see right now, man, with the vision.
Erica already on it. What's up with it, Erica?
What's going on?
What's up with the wife?
Yeah, man. We just giving out shout outs to everybody coming in on the live, man. We got a nice show for y'all tonight. So make sure y'all tune in. Make sure y'all come in open-minded as usual, man. Don't be judgmental on what we gonna discuss.
Damn that. Be judgmental.
Speak your piece. Speak your piece, but don't judge, man.
Yeah.
Don't judge. Don't be so quick to judge.
Yeah.
King, they coming in?
Yeah, I got a couple of them. I could have sworn I seen Miss Brandy do some laughing emojis. I guess she was there.
Okay. And yeah, man. As y'all get on here, man, we one of our faithful members / family members, man. Mika, man. She got we doing a little fundraiser for her. It was originally set up for tomorrow, but due to the weather, we gonna switch it to Sunday from 12 to 5.
Yeah.
We gonna post a flyer. If y'all can come out and support. She doing brisket plates. It's a whole lot of stuff she's selling, man. So y'all come out there and support her. It's from 12 to 5.
What else she doing? I know she got brisket plates.
Briskets, fish plates. She got some pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin? It's pumpkin.
Pumpkin.
Why you say pumpkin?
Pumpkin.
Country.
Some pecans. She got some pecan pie.
Yeah, okay. Miss Brandy.
Yeah, she got a lot of stuff, man. So y'all make sure y'all come and support sis.
She do everything. I heard she even neutering pit bull puppies out there. So it's
that right there. That wasn't in the memo. That wasn't in the memo. So that right there, I don't know about. But originally it was set for tomorrow, but due to the weather, we switched it to Sunday. Sunday from 12 to 5. Like I said, I'll post a flyer with the actual address on it and there or whatever. So y'all make sure y'all come support the movement. If y'all can't, I think she's gonna have a cash app on there too. So if y'all can't buy nothing, make sure y'all donate something to her for the family, man. That's family.
Yeah.
So without further ado, King.
Okay. All right.
We're going to let these people know what we're going to talk about tonight, man. Tonight, we're going to be discussing why, and that's in all capital letters, why does the entertainment industry and social media have more of an influence on the youth than their parents do?
Okay.
And we're going to put that, I'm going to say it again, we're going to put that why in all capital letters.
Why? Yeah.
Because that's serious. That's serious. Because that's a major issue been going on. We probably should have been talking about it, King.
Probably so.
But we talking about it now.
Yeah.
And we want to see and hear what the people got to say about it, because I think this is a subject, man, that we can have 2 or 3 different shows on it, but right now, man, we want to get into the meat and potatoes off the muscle. We ain't even trying to play with them tonight.
Yeah.
Because this is a serious subject. I know for me and you both, because we both got kids.
Right.
We coach, we deal with kids.
Right.
Not just our kids, but other people's kids.
Yeah.
So, we kind of firsthand, see how this impact kids, man. So, can you speak on that, King, as far as your kids in your own household or kids that you may coach or you deal with as far as they go?
Well, brother, you know, I got a tribe. So
Yeah.
So and you know what? I got a story right off the bat. Right off the bat.
There you go. Now you doing hand gestures like me.
Yeah.
See?
Hey, it's rubbing off of me. That's not good. Lord, please don't let my hands be please don't let me have ashy hands like what?
My hands not ashy today.
Yeah, but you know, with the social media, it kind of runs the household. You know, because I got one son on the tablet, another son on the tablet. You know, but everybody got their own little tablets. And this one particular time, man, we was on our way to Mississippi, and wife already got something to say because parents are not talking to their children or getting to know them as they grow up. Parents aren't raising their children. Social media is.
We was getting that, sis. I ain't gonna do that.
Okay,
I'm not gonna snap and wave.
Well, that's what she. I know my wife.
So you know that's what she did. She
See, but my neck don't. I have no neck, so I couldn't do the, you know, like that. But check it out. One time we was on our way to Mississippi, and we was driving there. You know, that's like an 8-hour trip.
So it's a lot of time.
And I'm driving, and it's about 7, 8 in the morning. And I'm looking around, everybody on their device. Ain't nobody talking, ain't nobody saying nothing. And even the baby, the baby is on his little thing. And I'm like, man, that's not what's up. So I told everybody, hey, put down your devices, and we just all I just started. We did the wheels on the bus. You know what I'm saying? We just started talking, and then we started playing and laughing. You know, we didn't do it the whole way because I don't like them that much. I don't like my kids that much. But yeah, you know, we did that, and it took at least a good 3 hours of, and nobody even picked up their tablets. We was just going. And you know, in my family, we like to talk about the things that are going on with us.
Right.
And everybody was talking, and you know, when you get kids to talking, when they get in their own little world, they really open up to you.
Right.
And man, we found out some stuff that our son was going through that we didn't know nothing about. And it was like, damn, like, you know, and we finally, you know, we told him what we thought what he could do, and we figured it out, and everything was good. But yeah, man, and that's just one of the instances when I noticed it, and that's just because I noticed it. I don't notice it all the time.
Yeah, I was just,
you know what I'm saying?
And
it's like, damn, and it made me think like, if we could do this every time these damn kids are on their tablets or doing whatever, TikToking and making moves and shit,
right.
we could easily solve a lot of our issues. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
In my household.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of people issue in a lot of people's household, man. They on their phones, on their tablets. Like, when is the last time, you know, how often do families sit at the dinner table together and eat? And put all the electronic devices down.
Yeah, man.
And y'all just talk. Like, that's not...
Yeah.
It's rare that that's done in today's time.
Right.
You know, like social media, like your wife said, man, social media is really raising the kids.
It
is.
The
families,
dad, the whole household. And that's
it ain't just the kids, it's the parents too.
Yeah.
You know, like, a lot of us parents, I can admit, I'm a social media guy too, but... You know, it don't run me, but I know in the world we live in, that's kind of what it is right now.
Right.
And I think as most of the parents, man, we have to sometimes say, you know what, it's a time and a place, but right now it's family time.
Yeah.
Without the electronics.
Right.
And a lot of us, we don't do it because we in it. So how are we going to tell our son or daughter, put your phone down, and I'm Facebooking and Instagramming and things like that. So it's just crazy, man. You gave it.
Pornhubbing.
Hubbing too.
Keep it in a buck.
Yeah, you gotta keep it a buck. But you know, it's crazy, man, because that moment when you say how many parents don't take advantage of that moment and see that that's what's going on in their house. Right. And so, you know what, right now at this moment, I see what this can cause. Yeah. Put all your devices down. Right. Let's just have family time. Right. We can, them kids remember more of that ride and moment than they remember what was going on their phone. Yeah. And that's a moment that was created. How about you saying, you know what, right now ain't the time. Let's just have some family time. And I don't think a lot of people realize the impact of what you just did and what them kids can pull from it.
Right.
Like you say, man, you found out some things about one of your sons that you had no idea was going on.
Yeah.
Just by saying, you know what, put the device down and talk.
Yeah.
And a lot of parents, they don't talk to kids no more, man.
Right.
Like it's crazy, man. It's crazy. What about, do you got any other kids outside of your own that you probably see that may have people like a coach or somebody in the entertainment industry that you know of that they have more of an impact on their kid than their parents?
Of course.
And have you, and if so, King, have you said something to the parents? Or how do you even tell the parents?
You know, I did have an issue, but it was a while ago. The little guy, he was a big Odell Beckham Jr. fan.
Right.
I mean, he had the hair and everything. And I'm like, you know, ain't nothing wrong with him. He cool. But then when he started flipping out, you know, I noticed since ODB or whatever his name is had an attitude issue, the kid kind of got a little attitude. And I'm like, man, like, whoo. And it was like, let me, you know, and I said something to the kid because, you know, I go to the kids first. And of course the kid was like, whatever. And I said something to his dad. He was like, okay, I see what you're saying, because he is getting a little beside himself. And he kind of just talked to him, and, you know, he was a daddy. He wasn't no, you know, a part-time dad like that. He's a daddy.
Right.
So, problem solved.
Right.
Kid switched it up. Hey, he had the hairdo. He had daddy cut all the hair off. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. He got him straight. But yeah, I mean, you know, and that's just what it is. And you know, too, our kids, they're watching, you know, entertainers and sports, but because a lot of us older parents, I'm talking about us, because nigga, you old too. We don't know what's going on in the, you know, in the social media and everything all the time.
Yeah.
Of course, we looking at Facebook, but Facebook is mostly like for older people.
Older people.
Yeah. And I hate to say that, but we old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't want to accept it, but I got to accept it.
Yeah, you got to.
Mode.
Yeah. I told you. The sides, your edges, and losing your edges. Your edges tell the story. But yeah, you know, and like my kids, my daughter, she loved TikTok, and she TikToking, and you know that Megan Thee Stallion WAP.
Yeah.
It came on the radio, and she like knew the words. Like, how do you know this? We don't do this. You know what I'm saying? Because as soon as it comes, we cut it off. She's 6. I don't need her talking about no.
She looking at the iPad.
Yeah, all of them. Like, damn. So
she WAP and it's 6.
It's 6, big boy.
That's the kind of impact. And man, that's crazy. I'm glad you said that.
Hey, calm down.
I'm glad you said that, man. Because you know, I was fired up about this for about a week or so.
Hey, before you get started, let me read these comments. I don't want no smoke.
Okay.
I don't want no smoke. Miss Erica. She said, my answer is to the parents that glamorize the behavior of artists and allow the innocence of your youth be hijacked. Kids don't know what's right or wrong until we tell them about our lifestyles we live before them. You absolutely right, Miss Erica. Absolutely right. And the
innocence of your kids hijacked.
Wow. Yeah, that's gangster.
That's good. That's
good. Miss Erica, I really don't appreciate you. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That's good. That's
innocence
good.
of the kid. Yeah, okay.
That's
nice.
I'm
just messing with you. I'm just messing with you. And the wife, she said, you have to make the time to shut off everything, even the world at times, and talk, but also listen to your children, have an undivided attention. Let them know they matter, and you are about, hold up, I'm sorry.
COVID.
Yeah, COVID. and you care about what's going on with them. Absolutely right. Timmy Cole. He said, you two fellas are talking some real good stuff. Appreciate that, Timmy Cole.
Appreciate you, Tim. Yeah.
Himbers.
Yeah.
King. Now go ahead. I'm sorry.
King.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. You got the flow, bro.
Nah, man. The fact that you even brought up the WAP with your daughter at 6, man. Like, just imagine how many parents may not catch that.
Right.
And your daughter now growing up with that image of that's what it's supposed to be.
Right.
Now she gets to the point to where she's in middle school and she's emulating it, what she's seeing on the video.
Yeah.
Now I go from WAP to another female that's doing certain things or similar videos and things of that nature. Right. And then she started carrying them in those mannerisms into school. And you know when me and you was in school, man, you had the little females that dudes deemed to be fast and hot.
Of course.
And you actually being taught that's okay.
Yeah.
From a video that's shown to you as a form of entertainment.
Right.
But that entertainment is brainwashing you into thinking that this is how I'm supposed to act as a young lady.
Yep.
Now you go to school with that thought process. Them young men seeing it, the same thing, that WAP that she's seeing, they seeing too. So when they see you emulating it, they automatically assuming you loose.
Yeah.
They automatically assuming you easy.
Yeah.
Now, the woman or the little female, she not knowing that that's the image that she's portraying because it's a form of entertainment.
Exactly.
And
She's
she's
just
innocent.
Yeah, just WAP.
WAP, but
yeah.
young men seeing and hearing you jamming, pull up jamming some WAP.
Yeah, I'm looking like,
you finna be easy.
Yeah.
That's what it is. That's the world that we live in.
Easy
Now you can very well not.
Wow.
You can be the opposite of what WAP means.
Yeah.
But the fact that you putting it in your ear and it's controlling your thought process on how you should carry yourself as a young lady.
Yeah.
What if she was in the house and daddy didn't catch it?
Exactly.
And mama didn't catch it.
Yeah.
Or dad is just too busy to catch it.
Wow.
Then look at the overlapping impact that can have on her going forward as a young lady.
Right. And you know, the reason why it was, you know, like an eye-opening experience for me because my old lady, when she was little, I mean, I've been knowing my wife ever since we was in high school. She had big booty and big titties young.
Right.
So I'm looking at my daughter like, damn, I know them genes gonna carry over.
Right.
Cause my mama, I mean, the Rose, the Carters, especially her family just, it's there. You know what I'm saying? Bam, bam. So I'm like, man, this is not what's
She can't run from that.
She's not gonna be able to run from it.
Yeah.
And it's like, damn, I should have married a skinny ass woman with no titties, no booty. Damn you, Angela!
Okay.
But yeah, so that was.
But how do you address that when the kid is innocent in it?
Yeah.
She innocent, baby girl,
Right.
innocent.
Yeah.
She don't think she's
even
doing
know.
nothing wrong.
Right.
To her, it's a form of entertainment, and you can go a step further and say whether some of her peers are listening to that at school.
Right.
Is she going to school, hearing lyrics from school, or now a lot of the kids, they got them using computers or whatever on downtime.
Yeah.
Some of her peers are listening and looking at it.
Yeah.
She carried that influence to the house. Mama working, daddy working. If y'all ain't eating together, and now she in her room minding her business, eating her food, and listening to WAP.
Doing the TikTok.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's a lot of people's reality. So
Yeah,
if everybody ain't doing iPad checks,
Right.
everybody ain't doing phone checks.
Yeah, we do that.
You know, so for the families that don't do it,
Yeah.
that's the type of stuff we saying. The impact. Why is it so great? Like, what can you do to stop that impact from being so great? Because we living in a world now that is social media driven.
Right.
You have to have a phone now basically to operate. Everybody,
anything,
you gotta have a phone. You gotta have an iPad. You gotta have some type of electronic device. How do we, as the parents now, or just us in general, how do we combat that?
We just gotta talk to our kids, man. That's what we do. We have, and my wife, man, she just implemented this thing. We used to do it anyway, but she actually made it an actual thing. I think it's Sunday and Wednesdays, where we do a check-in, where we put down all devices and we just check in. We got a son that's in where's Edward? He in college. He's way. He's somewhere. I know the nigga call for money. I know my money goes. Yeah. It's like he actually coming home this week. But yeah, man, and he put his phone on FaceTime and we all just talk. He's the oldest.
Right.
So a lot of what he say, everybody's like, they eating it up.
Right,
Exactly.
Right.
So yeah, man, that's what we do. We put our devices down and we talk. And it really helps. It really helps.
What about, you kind of touched on the entertainers. You got some young men, young women too, they look at basketball players, female football players, and it's like, wow.
He's in Corpus Christi. Thank you, White.
Corpus Christi.
Yeah.
And they looking at these guys live their life a certain way, not understanding what goes behind, what's done behind the scenes. You just looking at finished product when you see them on TV.
Right.
But the work ethic that goes behind as parents, even with the parents, these kids looking at, I want to be like him, I want to be like her, I want to be like him. How often do you hear kids saying they want to be like mom and daddy?
Right.
You don't hear that in households. You hear them mostly saying, I want to be like LeBron James, Kevin Durant, or whoever that female superstar is.
Yeah.
But how often do you hear kids say, I want to be like my mama, daddy that's been providing for you since you ain't never went without?
Yeah.
You ain't begging and want for nothing.
Right.
But you, because you look at TV so much in the social media driven world, the people you see on social media, the lifestyle they live, or the lifestyle they haven't dressed up to live, them people have more of an impact, and they ain't provided not a meal.
Not nothing.
They ain't provided nothing for you to go and eat or sleep at, but they have more of an influence on the people that's actually giving you that than you. As a parent, I kind of be in my feelings about that a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But can you really fault the kid? Because that's who you taught to look up to a certain extent, but you don't break down to the kids, okay, look up to them in this area, but not in that area.
Right.
You just say, okay, that's somebody to emulate and look at, because if you play the same sport I play, of course I see you buying your mama a house and things of that nature. I'm going to look at everything you doing, but in the back of my head, I want to be like him or her.
Right.
So you almost neglecting the mama that's paying for them practices, them extra practices, them shoes, them basketball, football cleats, to become that athlete that you idolizing. But to the parent, it's like, wow, so you want to be like them instead of me? Now, that as a parent, I feel some kind of way about that.
Yeah, we know you soft. You soft.
Well, I'm gonna be real soft with that one, King.
You know,
I am. I ain't gonna like that.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna. Now, am I gonna fault my child? No, I can't.
Right.
Because they're a kid and they're innocent.
Exactly.
But it's just the impact and the influence is so heavy.
Yeah.
My thing is, how do we combat that to where, because some of these influences with some of these people in the entertainment industry is not good.
Not at all.
All we've been talking about is the good so far.
Right.
What about these people that have an influence on a lot of these young men with the sagging of the pants?
Yeah. Well,
you got some entertainers.
Yeah.
That's tight jeans. That's what they networking.
Right.
I'm like, hold on. So you got all these young men out here wearing jeans tighter than these females? I can see your boxer prints.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be able to just see a woman's panty line. Now I see a man
panty line.
Yeah. That's what's network, King.
Yeah.
I have an issue with that, King.
You're supposed to.
I can't, man, look, these young dudes,
I bet if you was a little bit smaller, I bet you would squeeze.
Man, I bet not. Man, first of all, I ain't got enough booty to do all that. So I'm not gonna do that. I'm just not. I know my lane. That ain't my lane.
Yeah.
But King, that bothers me, bro, to see young men deem that behavior to be okay.
Right.
And then you got, and I'm not bashing on women, please don't come in my head.
Yeah.
But you got women that okay that.
Right.
Date that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They date that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know from looking at y'all from behind who the man or the woman. As far as the jeans go.
Yeah.
As tight as they be.
Yeah.
Some of y'all jeans be tighter than the female.
Yeah.
That's the lane that we in is social media driven.
It is.
I ain't teaching my son to wear no tight jeans. I don't own a pair of tight jeans. I don't own nothing tight. If it's tight on me, it's going to somebody else. It's getting through I'm not gonna wear nothing tight, man.
Yeah.
But social media, even some of these athletes, from a fashion standpoint, they literally are telling them, wear this fashion. These kids are looking at that fashion and deeming that fashion to be okay. And some of these entertainers are out of line with some of the stuff they wear.
Yeah.
And our sons and daughters looking at that, deeming that to be okay. You messing with this kid head.
Yeah, his whole personality. But you know, man, you know, you talking about tights and all that. Man, I gotta put my head down. Man, my wife bought me some pants.
Man, look, don't tell me, look, man.
They was tight. They was tight.
You warm?
I squares them.
You squares. So
and
you had to do that with the
I did.
Wow.
Yeah.
And the song, don't Beyonce got a song saying you don't squeeze them, I'm jumping in your pants?
I did it.
Wow.
I squeezed, I jumped in it, and I'm like, did she do this shit as a joke? you know, hey, I went with it. You know, because my wife, she always talk about, you don't never like what I buy. Okay, cool.
How did you feel?
You know, I felt
walking out wherever y'all went.
Yeah.
You know when you get out.
I look like a fat Cam Newton. Just tight. I had pants all tight. And, you know, when I don't know about how most of you guys are, but when you got balls, they're not supposed to be like this. They're not supposed to be one ball. It's balls with an S. They gotta have their own space.
Right.
Yeah. It was uncomfortable, but I did it for my wife. You know, and when I came home, I kind of made a joke with the kids. We had a good time with it.
Yeah.
And you know, yeah, that's
how much wear did you get out of them? Once, twice?
I wore about 2 times. Yeah, 2 or 3 times.
Man, you know what? Me and Ma lady just had to get into it that day with that fashion. I'm not doing it. I can't. What they saying, King?
Oh, yeah,
I can't do it.
Yeah, Miss Brandy, she said, right, bro, there's a major disconnect there, and that's COVID. No, let me see. She said, right, bro, there's a major disconnect there. And that's heartbreaking that we don't hear the kids say they love to be like mama or daddy, unfortunately. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Call Hopes. He said, he's just going to listen today because he ain't wearing nothing tight. We don't
do that in the Hopes family, man.
Yeah.
We don't do that. We don't, man, look here. Man, we don't do that. We didn't raise them. Not them kind.
Bro, I've seen you in a tight ass shirt. I saw your whole nipple print. I said, stay, bro.
Man, we on live. You can see me.
Hey, this saw his whole nipple print. I saw the areola and everything. I was like, hey, cuz, you gotta do better than that.
Say, man, one thing, you know, and when we was talking about coming up with this subject and this topic, I sat there and I said, you know what, man, it's so many young people that don't know how to have these conversations with their parents. And a lot of parents don't know how to have this conversation with their kids.
You're absolutely right.
And it's like, what do you do? How do you have this conversation with your kid when you know and you see it? Like a lot of these young ladies, they dress based on what they see.
Right.
They ain't going they literally watching social media and trying to go get the same or similar outfit some of these women that's in the social media eye and popular, right, and try to emulate that attire.
Yeah.
And that a lot of this stuff these women wearing on social media, that's not appropriate for a woman to go outside. But man, ain't no way my daughter gonna go outside just like some of these people that's in position of power and influence.
Right.
And as a daddy, I'm okay with it. I don't care how old you are.
Right.
You can't walk around here because you still carry my last name.
Yeah.
And with you carrying my last name, there's no way I'm gonna let my daughter walk out here half naked. I just can't do that. Yeah. If whoever I'm dating or my wife, you are a representation of me when you leave out here. You're not finna you're not finna walk out here showing everybody what you're supposed to be for my eyes. I can't allow that. Yeah. Because you see some other women in social media that's wearing it and that's a fashion that's nice and hot right now. You think some of this stuff these women wear, you don't have a body to wear. Let's keep it a buck.
The tights.
They don't have a body to wear that, man. The tights. And you know, it's not, you know, your woman.
Yeah.
And it's just for me, man, when you carry my last name, you know what I'm saying? When I married you, if we at that stage and I gave you my last name, you represent me when you with me and when you not with me.
Right.
And I can't allow, and your rebuttal to that is, well, that's what's hot right now. Yeah. Man, look, you can't do that with me. It's like it's a certain kind of standards you gotta have.
Right.
Yeah, and if you don't have no kind of standards on how because that trickles down to what if that woman dressing like that and then her daughter dressed like that.
Exactly.
And she at school and she came in a certain kind of way and then when she come home and tell you want to get on her throat.
Exactly.
But mama, you just had the same thing on.
Yep.
So you can't get mad at your daughter if you the example that's being shown and she see this every day, all day. You want to get on her and tell her she wrong, but what if her rebuttal is, well, mama, you wear then what do you say as the mama?
Exactly.
You can't say nothing.
Not a damn thing.
You know what I'm saying?
Mr. Reginald, he said, man, one of the problems is that you have kids raising kids. Say that again, bro.
True.
And so their interest in social media driven trends are not that different. You're absolutely right.
Man.
Absolutely right. And you know, so let me ask you this, because it is a fact that, you know, we got a 2-year-old and he's off his game. And sometimes I don't have time to, you know, he's with me, I'm on my computer working. Hey, take this tablet and sit down somewhere.
Entertain yourself.
Right. So let me ask you, and you have a lot of single parent households. So how would you control that? You a single dad, you got 2, 3 kids, all of them got tablets. You don't have time to monitor all of that. How could you, being the guy that you are, with your glasses and everything, how could you manage your kids' time with those tablets? How could you make sure they're not watching anything goofy?
Well, from what I've been told, it's certain kind of apps you can put on them tablets that won't allow them to see certain stuff, and there's certain locks you can put on.
Right.
I don't think a lot of parents, I'm not saying all, but a lot of them, they don't do it. They just give them
the tablet,
put apps on it and let them go.
Yeah.
So for me, depending on the age of my kids, I'm going to make sure certain things they watch is age appropriate.
Right.
I'm not going to just give you a tablet, put apps on it, and tell you to go about your business and do what you do.
Right.
Especially with the world that we living in. That's me. If I'm gonna say,
yeah.
Because at the end of the day, like you say, the single parent, you just giving them something so you can get this done.
Right.
To pay these bills. I understand that part, but at that moment, before I just give them something, let me make sure what I give them is age appropriate to where I look up 6, 7 months now, my son that got some habits that I know I wasn't teaching him.
Right.
Like that tablet taught him.
Right.
My daughter, you know what I'm saying, the same way. So it's before I hand it to him, I gotta make sure that everything that's on it is something that I don't mind them learning.
Right.
I don't mind that having an influence on them. I don't think a lot of people they don't go that deep with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's not something that a lot of people, you may have some that do that.
Yeah.
But for me, you asking me that's what I would do.
You know, the only tablet that I know for a fact has a lock on it is the baby tablet. I mean, and it does him good. He's counting to 20. He just turned 2. ABCs, everything.
Right.
You can't understand half the shit he say.
Yeah.
But he be trying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how I know he mine. Because
right.
all my kids got a speech impediment. So, like, yeah, he's mine.
Yeah.
I had doubts at first. But when he started talking, then that's
You
mine.
knew that was yours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So wait a minute now. So you saying the parental lock? Okay. Say now, and this it happens in my household. I have a 6-year-old daughter. I have a 9-year-old son. Then I have a 13-year-old son. So if I put a parental lock on the 9-year-old, what about the 13-year-old? He's a teenager. So, and who's to say that the teenager can't say, hey, check this out. Because that's what happens.
Yeah.
So we can put locks on whatever.
Right.
If this kid is saying, hey, check this out, how would you deal with that?
Well, kids gonna be kids. That's gonna happen.
Right.
Certain things you can't police them. It's 24 hours in a day. I remember when I was growing up, my mom used to say, it's 24 hours in a day, but you're gonna find that 25th hour to do something you don't have no business doing. I can only do what I can do, especially being a single dad.
Right.
But what I'm gonna always be mindful of, I'm gonna be mindful of the mannerisms of anything changing.
Right.
Because I know if that 9-year-old got certain things he shouldn't be seeing on his, but that 13-year-old is a little bit more advanced.
Yeah.
So his tablet is a little bit more advanced. If that 9-year-old catches some mannerisms that 13-year-old have, we gotta have a sit down.
Right.
And I know it's coming from the 13-year-old.
Right.
Now I'm not gonna beat you down for it, depending on what type of influence it is, because it could be a positive influence.
Right.
But if it's something bad, and I know it's not coming from me, it has within
Where
the
it
house.
come from?
It gotta come from the 13-year-old.
Yeah.
So me and the 13-year-old gonna have a sit down, and we're gonna be like, hey, look, it's the reason why yours has what it has on it, and this one has what it has on it. And then we go from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and the wife, she said, she always correct me. She said, man, quit correcting me. She said, all of the kids have locks. Okay. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
I messed up again. Sorry.
King, let's ask the people this, man. What if you got a friend and they come to you based on like what we talking about tonight, and they telling you, hey man, my daughter, what do I do? Well, since we men, let's say the son, and we'll let the women say it for the women. But say I come to you, man, Junior, he tripping. The stuff he doing right now, I didn't raise him like that.
Right.
But I'm like, bro, he's so big on this stuff that's on these rappers and this lifestyle these rappers live.
Yeah.
How do I handle it? Like, what would your advice be to me coming to you about my son having an issue with the title that we discussing tonight? How would you advise me at that moment? And
Well,
say, what would you say, man, this is what I think you ought to do for your son?
Well, I really don't like the word advise, because I feel like when you say you advising somebody, then you got some paper behind your name, a PhD, and I don't.
Right.
So what I would tell you is that, man, it's all about communication. You got to sit them down and talk to them. And we had something similar happen in our household. and that's what I always do. I always put it in. I tell you what I would do. This is what happened to us.
Right.
And my son, I think he was 10 at the time. He was, he was gangster. He was thug life. And yeah. So I said, okay. He was talking real tough.
Yeah.
He was like the house Debo. Outside, he didn't want no smoke.
Wow.
But in the house, he was thugging. So I said, all right. He was kind of punking the little brother. I'm like, well, let me show you what the real thugs are. So we went to Bissonnette and on the whole stroll, and we just got out and we just walking. We were just walking, and we saw the prostitutes and we saw the drug dealers and everything. And I looked down at him, and he was scared.
Yeah.
I said, see now, if you so tough, be tough out here.
Yeah, where it really matters.
Exactly.
Yeah, with people that don't know you.
Right. And that's the way I handled it.
Right.
I put him in a situation to show him you soft. And you supposed to be soft right now.
Yeah, at that age.
Yeah.
13, you don't have nothing to be hard about at 13.
There's no reason to try to rush it. There's no reason to try to be like Tupac or who I don't know who they got, Young Thug right now. I don't know the thug.
Okay, that's what you just said, King, is the idea that fits right into the topic.
Right.
What if that toughness that he's portraying is from social media?
That's what it was.
See what
and
I'm
I had to
saying?
let him know, that's not you.
Yeah.
That's not you. Be you. You're not that guy.
What about the kid that don't have that dad?
And
that say, you know what, that's not you. And that kid grow up trying to be somebody that he's seen on TV. Yeah. You never really became or grew into who you were. Your whole life, you've been trying to be somebody you not. And then you come across another dude that's older than you that's really about that life.
Yeah.
And you come across somebody that ain't social media driven. This is their life.
What it is.
That's just what it is. And he see through you.
Right.
They say, my guy, you not about this.
You not that.
Yeah. That's not you. Like, you got some of these young guys, man, and some of these females, man. They look at these gangs, man, and they try to emulate what they see with these gangs on TV. Man, I done heard a lot of gang members say, man, that ain't really
not what's up.
That ain't what you really want, my guy.
Right.
Because what you thinking this is, that's not what it is.
Right.
And you got a lot of these young people, man, they screaming for help, King.
Yeah.
And as some of us parents, we don't understand the language, bro.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons why I say, you know what, we got to talk about this, because there's a lot of kids out here, social media right now.
Yeah.
They screaming.
They pyroing and
But King, they lost.
Yeah.
These kids are lost out here, man. And some of these kids are so used to being thrown away.
Right.
Like we got to stop throwing these young people away, bro, because we don't understand them. Like, sit down and take the time to understand, because they got access and deal with 10 times more stuff than what we had to deal with when we was growing up.
Man, I can honestly say if I was a kid during this time, camera phones, man, my ding-a-ling would be all over social media. Hey,
TV time out, man.
I ain't even gonna lie.
Podcast time out.
I'm not even gonna lie. I put it on everything out there. Everything, like Tony Sanchez. These kids, man, these kids, bro, they have way more access to everything.
Yeah.
I mean, I was cooking and my daughter said, Google, what is da-da-da-da? I'm like, oh, snap. Google, you can talk to Google? I didn't know Google was a person. And Google said something back to her. So I'm like, damn. So, yeah, man. Yeah, you gotta be careful. The stuff that these kids have access to is
it's scary, man.
1,000 times different than what we had.
It's scary, bro.
How can you sit in class with a phone that can tell you all the answers and not cheat? Bro, I would be kicked out of school so fast.
What? Because I would be an A student. I'm not an A student. Like,
exactly.
Like a CB, C plus, B minus.
Yeah, man.
That ain't me.
Yeah.
But, it's crazy you say that, man, because I was talking to a young guy, I think last week, and he just so big on social media. He wanna Like that's his life. Like, for one, daddy not there,
Right.
mama single. All she do is work.
Yeah.
He don't have no father figure.
Wow.
So to a certain extent, I really can't be mad because I think the kid is really searching for some type of influence, and the only influence he can go and grasp is social media.
Now, yeah.
It's social media. He don't have nobody consistently depositing something positive. And what you like, I'm gonna give you a perfect example, man. R.I.P. to Mo3. Mo3, and it's no knock. It's not no knock. But if you listen to some of the stuff he promoted, through his songs, you have a young person that's not strong enough to understand that this is just a form of entertainment.
Yeah.
That deem that behavior to be okay. And this is somebody that has a heavy influence on the youth, today's youth.
Yeah.
And if you listen to the lyrics of his song and what he promote, a kid that don't have no GPS guidance gonna grow up thinking that's what I need to be
supposed to do.
The man got gold, jewelry, he always have money.
Women, cars.
Yeah. So in his head, that's what I gotta do and emulate to get on.
Yeah.
He don't have no man to say, you know what, if he don't hit dad out there, he don't have no mentor or no coach or nobody. He don't have nobody to tell him, son, it's just a form of entertainment.
Right.
Don't try to emulate what you see.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of young men and women's, that's their situation in their house, bro.
Yeah.
Like, what do you do? If they ain't got nobody there and they just trying to pull some type of guys from somewhere.
Yeah.
That dude is, and he was young.
Super young.
He wasn't, I don't even think he was 30 something. He probably was late 20s. If he was, he's probably early 30s.
Yeah.
But I looked at his following, man. The young people really gravitated to this guy.
Yeah.
And it's crazy, man. They gravitated to the type of music he produced. I'm not gonna lie, I listened to some of it.
Yeah.
But I'm mature enough in my thinking to understand it's just a form of entertainment. I'm not gonna go out here and try to live like
do something
that he rapping about.
Right.
But that's the bad part of the social media influence that it has on the youth. And say that young man go to school with that thought process and mindset, and he don't have nobody there to tell him, son, chill out, relax.
Yeah.
It's not about that. And these teachers, principals, they don't know what a lot of these kids have to deal with at home before they get to school. Yeah. So if they on their way to school, mom and dad probably just got into it.
Right.
And they jamming Mo3 on the way to school.
Yeah.
So I get to school and you telling me I'm tripping and I'm spazzing out, and that Mo3 probably was calming him down.
Yeah.
Because Mo3, his lyrics probably speaking to his life.
Yeah.
And he like, well, man, I hear what you're saying, bro, but you don't know what I dealt with at home. But instead of trying to sit down and understand the kid, we gonna send them back to what the problem is, and that's home.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of what schools do. They don't try to help understand the problem.
Right.
Don't just send the kid back home.
Yeah.
That's what the problem is at home. And you can't be mad at the kid when I'm trying my best to try to deal with what I got going on. And this music, for a lot of people, is their outlet. Regardless of the lyrics and how negative it is, for a lot of people, music is their outlet, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, what do you do when a kid is going, like, if he tell you, I don't have nothing else, so you going to beat me up for this is all I have? Yeah. What do you do to that kid? What do you tell that young man and young woman?
You gotta let them know they need to find a mentor, find somebody they can talk to, anybody. Call a relative. Not everybody can't be with the shits. Not with throughout the whole family. Somebody gotta have some kind of smarts or something about them. Yeah. You just gotta let them know, man. Hey, it's better for you out there. It's better for you.
Do you think some of these influences have hurt a lot of people as far as how they deal with their relationship?
Of course.
We ain't even dealt with that.
Of course.
But you got some men and some women, they look at social media, and social media has more of an influence on how they run their relationship than the actual person they're trying to build with.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I don't understand it. I've been saying that a lot with a lot of these topics.
You don't understand the guy.
Because I be trying to understand, like, how do you think that that's okay?
Yeah.
This.
You know what though?
Yeah, man.
From and I understand where you're coming from. Oh, well, let me read this before I get it go. Oh, Charles Blackburn, what's up with it, cub? Said keep it G. I got to, bro. I got to. Mr. Reginald said, bro, to give back to the fundamentals of family time opposed to the social aspects. We have to get back to the village concept.
The new village.
Yeah.
The new village.
What's up, Miss Kim?
The new village. The new village.
Yeah, that was a good one too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's absolutely right. when you don't have nobody else, like I just said, a relative, somebody, that kid has to have access to someone that can get a hold of and point them in the right direction. It got to be somebody. And if it's not, then a coach, a counselor, you know, there's a lot of stuff out there for you didn't have to pay for it. You know, I think something my wife said, I forgot the word she used because that's what she actually does for a living. And it's like someone is dealing with something like depression or whatever. She give them a number to call and they do it, and it's free.
Right.
Yeah,
right,
it's a lot of free stuff out there to talk to the kid, like the child abuse and you know
suicide hotline.
Exactly, suicide hotline. I don't know why I'm getting trippy, but yeah, man. So I mean, you got to talk to somebody. You have to, and you got to point them in the right direction to get some help.
Well, I'm gonna revert back to what I just asked. We're gonna ask everybody that's watching if they ain't got no other comments.
Okay.
The influence of social media in your relationship and the entertainment industry.
Okay.
Why do you think a lot of people deem that, like, you see some people marriage wise, like I'm gonna use Sierra and Russell Wilson.
Okay. Oh, with Future.
With Future. Now when that man, well, you know what? I ain't gonna even use him. I'm gonna use Alicia Keys and Swizzy.
Okay. When
she first started dating dude, he was actually with somebody else, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. I think her name was Mashonda.
Yeah. But because of him and they in the world of the public eye, they didn't really tell Alicia Keys she was out of line for what she did.
Of course not. It's Alicia Keys. And she's fine.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the stuff right there that people, and I had 5 things. Entanglement.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
Jada and Will.
Okay.
When that happened, entanglement took over social media for that weekend.
There was a whole...
Everybody was hashtagging entanglements.
Yeah.
A lot of people deemed her behavior in that situation to be okay. And they went and probably tried to apply that in their situation. Probably not even knowing they've been in entanglement. Yeah. They didn't even know it until they came about. But that's the type of bad influence social media can have. And if you're not strong enough mentally to understand, just because it's Jada, don't make it okay. Right. And that's what social media tried to pump into a lot of people's head because of who doing it. Right. That it's deemed to be okay. That's a whole woman admitting just using a different word.
Yeah, that I cheated.
That you cheated on your man.
Yeah.
In the public eye.
Right.
And they looked at that man.
It was okay.
Man, they ran dude down.
Yeah.
And he accepted and forgave this woman. But they looked at that man, they deemed that man to be soft and weak.
I did too.
And they deemed her to be gangster. Yeah, they basically traded roles, man and woman.
Right. And you know, I think that's what it was. You know, because these days you have the woman that's in the man role because there ain't no men in the households.
But that ain't the case with them. I feel where you're going with it, but that ain't the case over there. That's not the case over there with the Smiths, big boy. That's not the case. So you can't use that one, King. You can't use that one. Say, man, that man was a breadwinner. He was a leader. The man did everything that you supposed to do to lead that we know of. Right. Now, we might be some things he didn't do behind closed doors. But that we know of, that man did everything. Hey, man, look.
Hey, I can tell that really got to you.
Hey, King, you know what? Why it really got to me like that is because we have, in the world, we excuse a lot of the wrong behavior, bro. Because who doing it?
Because of social media.
Because of social media.
Yep.
And that trickles down to what we try to think and deem to be okay in our house. First of all, I ain't Will Smith. I ain't making Will Smith money. You ain't Jada. You ain't making Jada money. Right. So that power that they have and how they move in their relationship, don't come and try to apply that with what we had. That ain't how that go. So they do that.
So wait a minute. This is off the subject. So you try to tell me if
you know me, so
I'm just saying.
You know
so
me.
Wait, if your girl was making Jada money, you would be cool with it?
Boy, I bet not.
Oh, okay.
I bet not. I don't give a DAM how much money you make.
You ain't spell it right. DAM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
man, you gonna spell it.
You
spell it wrong.
can't, for one, my manhood not gonna allow me to allow you to do that.
Yeah.
As a man, damn your money. My manhood don't have a price on it. And you're not gonna disrespect me as a man because of what you bring in that house.
Yeah.
And just live like that.
Oh, yeah.
I bet not.
Okay. Hey, Kim said Jada and Will kept their relationship private and out of the public eye. So that when it came about, people ran with it. She's absolutely right. Yeah, Mr. Reggie. He said it's only one. And he capitalized it and made and just made it stand out. So one king and one queen in a relationship, and I refuse to let an electrical device to have an influence in my relationship. Boy,
Facts.
Boy,
Facts.
But
make sure y'all share this. Because y'all shared it. Y'all shared it the last time.
Yeah.
I ain't had a chance to tell y'all
Mr.
today.
Reggie.
Make sure y'all share this on y'all page, man.
Yeah.
Because one thing about me, look, man, it's just certain things I'm just not gonna allow, King.
Right.
That's one of them.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
Yeah.
I can't do that. And
I feel you.
social media, man, has really hurt just not the kids, but a lot of families.
The whole family. Yeah.
It's destroyed a lot of families. And how do we get a hold of our families back when you living in a social media driven world? Yeah. Like that's really what you go to. Right. A lot of companies, they hire you based on your social media.
Isn't that amazing?
That's the world we live in.
Yeah. Yeah.
They literally go to your social media page
and see what you post
and deem do you qualify for this position? You know what I'm saying? Like that's what. How do you really can't? But it's like, man, I think you really just have to be strong enough mentally to not allow that to impact your relationship in your house. Right. Because you can't say no social media, but when they go to social media in school, right, job wise, it's social media driven.
Everything.
So you really can't say no social media, but before we go, let me God it for you.
Oh Lord. Pass the collection plate. Pass the collection plate.
Let me God it. You know, man.
Let me not disrespect.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, my. I used to hear the old people say, "As for me and my house, we gonna praise him." Right, King. It ain't a lot of that going on.
It's not.
It's not a lot of praying as families going on. Right. And you supposed to. I feel like you supposed to pray and lay hands over your kid before they leave your house. Yeah. Before they lay down, to protect them from them spirits that's out there. Because social media, if you're not mentally strong enough, that's a spirit.
And you letting
into your house. And sometimes when you leave, you can leave, but that spirit remains. Yeah. That social media spirit, that WAP, that baggy pants, that's a spirit, man. That remains. So you may put the lock on a tablet, but the spirit is still in the atmosphere. Yeah. And if you don't pray and cover not just your kids, but your husband, your wife, because just like these kids are influenced by social media, some of these men and women that are parents are influenced by it as well. Yeah. So I think a lot of us need to go back to covering our kids and praying, man, before they get out here in this world. Yeah. Pray with your partner. Yeah. Pray with your wife. Pray with your husband. Yeah. So y'all can, once y'all pray with each other, now y'all go pray with y'all family, man, and cover your kids. Right. We don't do a lot of that no more, man. And I think if we do that, that's the beginning.
That's what you say. The family that prays
together, stays together, man. Yeah. Social media should have more of an influence on our family than we should as parents. Yeah. That shouldn't be the case, but it is. And we just want to spend a little time with y'all today and try to see if we come up with some answers on how can we combat it and how can we stop the trend of social media destroying so many families, man. Right. They didn't destroy more than they didn't help.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Miss Kim said it's devotional time.
Hey man,
she said, that's when you need to take a moment and say, let's put the phones up. Yeah, Miss Kim, we just said that. Then she said, prayer is the key. You're absolutely right. Yeah. You know, we go out to eat a lot because in my household, I'm doing something, my wife doing something, so we don't have time to cook all the time. Right. And we go out to eat, and we pray, and and think about it. It's like 8 of us. So we all, holding hands and we praying. And my daughter, either my daughter, my baby boy, or either me, I lead the prayer. And you got people like, what
are they doing? What are they doing? It's not the norm.
They don't know. Yeah.
It's not the norm.
Yeah. So, and you're absolutely right. people, they don't do it.
They don't do that no more, man. Yeah. You seen, if they see that, oh, that's a retarded family.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
Hey,
That's
what I got that.
That's
they were laughing like,
yeah. What are they doing?
Yeah.
When that's really what everybody needs to be doing.
Thought we was playing Duck Duck Goose.
Yeah, man. That's crazy, man. And people
yeah.
don't see the importance and see the need for a lot of that to be done.
Right.
Like, you really have the answer is prayer and covering your kids. But if you don't make the time for that, if you can make time to do everything else, how can you not make time to cover your family in prayer before they go out here and deal with these demons through social media in the world? Like that's just not acceptable. I can't raise a family and I don't see the need to pray over my kids and my spouse before they go out here and deal with what they deal with.
Big boy, Reginald said, when social media controls your house, you are no longer a family. You're just relatives who live in the house together.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. He
dropping them.
He dropping them.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I'm not mad at it.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
Yeah.
That's the truth, man. I'm just tired of it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm one person, you one person. Hopefully, like I said, man, y'all share this on y'all page, man, because you never know what family this can help. That's dealing with this. Right. They probably been like, you know what? I've been trying to figure out how can we deal with this and listen to what they saying on the show. Let me go try to apply this in my house. Because you know how many people probably ain't prayed together in a long time?
Forever. Yeah.
It's sad to say, but a lot of people, man, they don't deem prayer to be important no more. Mm-hmm. And that's the most important tool you gotta have to fight what's going on out here. Man, I didn't really start getting my GOD on. Man, let me
Hey, hold up, Miss Cheryl Lynn, you know, she gonna get it on with you. She said, exactly, you can't let it impact your life that much where it's a drastic impact on your life. Go ahead, Miss Cheryl Lynn. Mm-hmm. The only reason why I said she GOD, because I be following her on the Facebook, because she's a holy roller.
She GOD.
Man, Miss Cheryl Lynn be on it.
Yeah.
She be on it.
Yeah. Hey, man, but we got any more comments to get to?
Nah, big boy. It's about that time.
So, again, we appreciate y'all for coming in. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. We appreciate everybody's input. Make sure y'all share this on y'all page, man. Y'all got y'all share game up the last one, King. I think they shared like 14, 15 times. Wow. So let's see if we can get everybody to share this on y'all page, man. We appreciate y'all input. If y'all don't do what y'all do, we don't have a show. Yeah. So that's why we really, really preach y'all sharing it. We appreciate y'all for coming in, rocking with us, tuning in, giving y'all input on the subjects that we discuss. We try to discuss things that matters. Right. You know what I'm saying? They can impact people. So we don't really just want to be up here that's having a whole bunch of unnecessary conversations. But you never know what kind of impact this can have on somebody's house and family, man. So, you know, King, I don't have nothing else.
Yeah, well, hey, I'm gonna ride with you, and we gonna be about.
Two man with an opinion, man. We appreciate y'all. We gonna holler at y'all.